Good morning, students. I welcome you in part 3rd of chapter Political Parties. Today, I will explain you about the challenges to political parties and which efforts have been made by the Indian government to control over those challenges. Yes. Challenges to political parties. The first challenge is lack of internal democracy. Lack of internal democracy. What is democracy? Rule of people, in which people cast vote and elect to their leaders. The rulers do work for the welfare of people. That is democratic country. But in these days, in democratic countries, there is lack of internal democracy within the political parties. How is there lack of internal democracy? Actually, in all the main parties, the main decisions are taken by the top party leaders. The rest leaders, they don't have a say in the decision making. All the decisions are taken by the top party leaders, whether they are related to choosing candidates or giving powers to any minister or any leader. The parties don't have a register of their members. They don't share information with media, and even the elections within the parties are not held regularly. So we can say that there is lack of internal democracy. The second challenge is challenge of dynastic succession. Dynastic succession, what is the meaning of it? Means only the people who once become a leader, only those people get a chance to come ahead in the power. They give chances to their family members, relatives, friends to come in power. Ordinary people get a few chances. If we look at our Indian parliament, we find that 50% people are there in parliament because of their family connections with the politics. And dynastic succession doesn't allow ordinary people to become top leader. Here you can see those who happen to be the leaders are in a position of unfair advantage to favor people close to them or even their family members. In the parties, the top positions are always controlled by members of the family, and you know very well about it. This is unfair to other members of that party. This is also bad for democracy. Yes, this is the second challenge, dynastic succession. Third one is use of money and muscle power. Use of money and muscle power. Parties use money and muscle power during the elections to gain majority. They try to captivate the attention of the voters by giving them money so that they could buy their votes. And sometimes they use muscle power. If the voters don't agree to cast vote in their favor, they use muscle power. They torture to them. So all these are used by the political parties. I'm not talking about all the political parties, but some are there. Some good parties are also there, like Aam Aadmi Party, who do work for the welfare of people. And the fourth challenge to political parties is no meaningful choice. No meaningful choice. In these days, almost all the parties have same ideology. They don't provide meaningful choice to the voters. So voters can't decide that to whom they should cast vote. For example, the difference between the Labour Party and the Conservative Party in Britain is very little. They agree on more fundamental aspects but differ only in details on how policies are to be framed and implemented. Yes, the ideology of all the parties is same, only their way of implementation is different. So parties don't provide much choice to the people. These are the main challenges to the political parties. First one, lack of internal democracy, means organizational meetings are not held regularly within the party. There is no particular register for party members. All the decisions are taken by the top party leader. Second one, dynastic succession. Those who happen to be leader are take one unfair advantage. They always give party tickets to their family members, friends or relatives, and in Indian Parliament we have seen it. Family politics is present. Third one, use of money and muscle power. During the elections, all political parties except some use money and muscle power to get votes, but we can't say it about all the parties. And no meaningful choice. The parties don't offer meaningful choice. Their ideology is almost the same. For example, the Labour Party and the Conservative Party in Britain, they have same ideology, only their way of implementing schemes is different. Next heading, how can parties be reformed? Because many challenges are faced by the political parties. Political parties are not fully democratic, so there is a need to bring some reforms. Let's look at some of the recent efforts and suggestions in our country to reform political parties and its leaders. And the first one is defection. Reforms for political parties. The first one is anti-defection law. Anti-defection law. What is defection? When any person changes its party allegiance from one party to the another, that is known as defection. Suppose any candidate is declared winner from BJP party, but after winning election that person joins to Congress party. That is known as defection. Changing party allegiance from the party on which a person got elected to a different party. Earlier there was a tendency of defection, but now anti-defection law has been passed. According to this law, if any leader change his or her party after election, so his or her seat is cancelled, and this law has been successful. Now there is much control over defection. The second one is affidavit. Now it is compulsory for all the candidates to give details of his or her property and criminal cases pending against him or her. The Supreme Court has passed an order to reduce the influence of money and criminals. According to this, all the candidates who want to contest election, they need to give details of their property and criminal cases pending against them. In this way, a lot of information is provided to the public, but there is no system to check if the information given by the candidate is true or not. And the third one is Election Commission. What is Election Commission? Election Commission is an independent body who is responsible to conduct the election in country. Election Commission is an independent body who is responsible to conduct the election in country. During the times of election, Election Commission passes Model Code of Conduct. Model Code of Conduct means some rules and guidelines are there for each party and candidate to follow, and if they don't follow, they are punished, means their ticket is cancelled. Now Election Commission also takes care that the parties hold their organizational meetings regularly and file their income tax return. Next is proper revision of voter list. Revision of voter list. What is voter list? List of all the eligible voters is known as voter list. Voter list is revised properly so that those voters who are expired, their names can be deleted, and those who attain the age of 18, their names can be added in voter list. So these steps have been taken to reform political parties, but there are some other suggestions, like to reform political parties, to bring reforms in political parties. First one, state funding of election. State funding of elections. There should be state funding of elections. The government should give parties money to support their election expenses. Means government should give money to the parties and they should spend only that much money. This support could be given in kind, petrol, paper, telephone, etc. Or it could be given in cash on the basis of the votes secured by the party in last election. Next, law for improving internal democracy within the parties. It should be made mandatory for political parties to give a minimum number of tickets, about 1/3, to women candidates. Similarly, there should be a quota for women in the decision-making bodies of the party, and not only the top party leader, the rest leaders should also be allowed to have a say in decision making. And the last one and very important, role of people. People should play important role in bringing reforms of the political parties. If people don't complain about the working of political parties and they accept everything without questioning whatever wrong or right is done by the party, so parties will not make any effort to improve. So people should participate in decision making process so that they can also give their views, and the leaders can understand that people are aware and they can't make such policies which are against them. The quality of democracy depends on the degree of public participation. It is difficult to reform politics if ordinary citizens don't take part in it and simply criticize it from the outside. Yes, it is compulsory to know that what is done by any political party, because if people don't complain about the wrongdoings of the parties will not do any work for welfare of people. Like if teachers don't ask from students for their homework, they always ignore, and even now many students are there who are not sending their homework. So it is compulsory that people should play important role so that the parties can be improved. Today you learnt about the challenges to political parties. Which challenges? lack of internal democracy, dynastic succession, use of money and muscle power, and no meaningful choice. Then reforms for political parties. Which reforms are there? Anti-defection law. Now, if any leader change his or her party after the election, his or her seat is cancelled. Second is affidavit. All the candidates who want to contest election have to give details of their property and criminal cases pending against them. Third one, election commission. Election commission is independent body who is responsible to conduct the election, and during the time of elections it may model code of conduct, means there are some rules and guidelines which have to be followed by each and every candidate and party. Like they have to stop campaigning 2 days before the election, they can't use government vehicle or religious places for rallies. So all these rules are made by election commission. And revision of voter list. Voter list is properly revised so that no one can cast bogus vote. Some other suggestions: state funding of election. The government should give money to the parties to contest elections so that they could not use their own black money. Second one, law for improving internal democracy. Special laws should be made so that the internal democracy should be improved. All the leaders of the parties can take decision, and there should be continue meeting of the parties. Next, role of people. Very important. People should play important role. If people ignore the activities of political parties, they don't make any effort for bringing any improvement in the society. So people should play active role during the time of elections. Instead of casting vote for the sake of money, they should cast vote to person who is really good for them. That's all about political parties. Thank you.